Hello, everybody. My name is Colonel Fatso. I'm going to be commentating this race or this match, I guess. Best of three of the Mega Man any percent all stages tournament for Speedgaming Live. Our competitors are Endy and Shauing. I guess I could tell a couple things about what we should expect here. So Endy is going to be heavily favored, I believe, as long as he's in in fighting shape. He's one of the best players in the entire game. And Shawing is, more of a less like sort of like intermediate player, and so he's gonna have to do the best he possibly can if he wants to keep up with Endy. That said, this is a dangerous game. There's a lot of ways to have things go very wrong, so never count out anything. Format is best of three, so it's two wins, two race wins to win the match. And we should see runners starting soon. All right, we're off? Question mark? Okay, yeah, looks like there's just some kind of desync, maybe about 20 seconds. Sorry. Anyways, we can see that there's going to be two different stage routes here. Endy is using the top the stage route favored by top runners, which is cut first. And Shawing going to be using the a little bit more beginner friendly guts first. There's a few differences between these. The principal difference is that in Cut First, you need to use a glitch to get the magnet beam in Elec, and that can power some zips that you can do later on in Gut stage. So the time gain is basically to power some zips in Gut stage, but if you're not comfortable doing those zips, and then you would just be introducing a dangerous trick for no reason. So a lot of beginners and intermediate players like Shauing will prefer Guts first. Endy had a little bit of trouble on the corner jump in the first climb. It seems to have recovered well and is kind of just blazing through the rest of the stage. Oh. Shauing getting the little bit of trouble from Guts. Nothing he can't handle, though, and he is out of his first stage. And he just coming up on Cut. Cut is a longer stage than Guts, so like you should not be surprised to see Shauing out to what appears like an early lead. Endy taking a deliberate hit against Cut to basically it just like lets you keep your iframe coverage on the boss. If you tried to jump over that cutter, then you would end up letting Cut get out of iframes for a little bit. All right, Endy entering a lek. Again, it looks like he's behind, but that's not necessarily the case here. Ooh, Shauing getting a little bit of the business from the Susies there. Health is a concern in cut stage. If you get certain like Susie patterns and you're trying to go as fast as possible, you can end up losing a lot of health. So here, like, yeah, exactly. He's gonna wait on the Susies. And he's gonna take the left side on the Gyokus. This means you can do a corner jump to avoid waiting on the longer set there. Showing off the little wrap you can do on the ladder there. That's super easy. Anybody can do it. Just jump up onto the ladder, go above the screen, and then press up or down to touch the ladder, and you'll touch it on the bottom. Okay. Pretty smooth magnet from Endy there. Just a little bit of difficulty actually managing the exit on the top exit, but it was a very quick top exit. Shauing making quick work of Cutman with the using a little bit of select trick there, keep him in place. Alright. Like another very long stage. Ooh, Endy gets the little micro zip there in the start of the corridor. It's the first of many zips you'll be seeing. Okay, quickly dispatches Elec. Shauing just heading up the first ladders here. Ooh, almost gets zapped. You have to be fairly quick to get up. While killing only 2. Alright, he's gonna go right side on the Yokus. This is safer. It doesn't involve the corner jump. And if you miss that corner jump and fall down, you lose like 13 seconds or something like that. Okay, Endy was going for zip setup at the beginning of the lake here, but has missed it. But here again, we're going to look for... You're basically looking for the top of the beam to be aligned with the bottom of the score. And then the next beam will be the zip beam. But instead, Endy just reset and used a buffer setup, so-called because you can just, with the right alignment, just press and hold A plus B. So here you can see that zip alignment again. The top of the beam touches the bottom of the score. There's some corridor zips where you basically just create the same space between the top of the beam and the bottom of the ceiling as you would the top of the beam and the top of the screen. All right. Oh, Shauing getting a little bit of grief from the bolts here. It's an interesting way to set that up, like using a damage boost. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Normally you try to like place it and just get ahead of everything. But that could be a little bit safer if you have the HP for it. And he tried the little corridor zip there at the start of fire, but didn't get it. Alright, so he's going to be trying to set up another zip here. Oh, looks like this is a buffer. Okay. Taking it pretty easy through the checkpoint there. All right, he's gonna try the quick setup for the. Oh, okay. This is using a lot of beams. Oh, he's in trouble now. I don't think he can even do it anymore. Yeah, he's got to abort. The idea is like you can do a screen wrap up into the like kind of midsection there, but then you have to be able to place like a platform for you to zip on, and then get back into the stage. And Endy just didn't have enough beams left to make that work. All right, Shauing a little bit low on ammo, but should be okay, especially if he is not going for a wrap. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so he got the first one, but the problem is he doesn't have another beam. Yeah, he's got to fucking, like, fall down, sorry. Now, abusing the collision against the penguin to just provide an opportunity to switch to his weapon. Endy heading into the bomb. Hopefully it'll get a little bit less chaotic once these players are out of like constantly being in different stages. Alright, so Endy is going to use ice. There's an advanced strat where you can skip ice, I believe, the entire stage. But this is much easier. Shauing gets 50k on fire. I haven't really been paying attention to the points for each player on each stage. But it looks... sorry, but you basically... You can get anywhere from 50,000 to 100,000 bonus points at the end of any stage of each like Robot Master stage. And every extra 1,000 points above 50,000 is a loss of 1 frame. So you can lose up to just under a second per stage. I mean, depending on how you consider like loss versus gain versus whatever. But yeah, the difference is up to a second almost per stage between the best and the worst results. All right, Shauing gonna set up the fire zip. Oh, okay, he made it. All right, I was a little worried he was very close to just wrapping to the bottom of the screen instead. Okay, Endy's heading into his final stage. Shauing just entering the boss for his second to last stage. And then they'll be heading into castles. Ooh, Endy falls down. It's very tight to make that kind of timing. He's gonna try again. The number of beams that you have is meaningful. Okay. Every beam you take now is a beam you can't use later, so... Okay, looks like he's gonna do the buffer zip here, and he's gonna have 1 beam to use in the corridor. Shauing now heading into his final stage of robots. Oh, he got ammo. Oh, baby. Look at those strats. That's the game knowledge I don't have. Well, he uses that drop to power a power a second corridor zip, and saving probably a few seconds over not taking it. Oh, I didn't see that, but that was an interesting strat to despawn the Sniper Joe instead of freezing it. Okay, so we're gonna use a ladder setup here. Basically, you can just climb to the right pixel on the ladder, and then you'll always have it. Very handy. Here, you just have to shoot left. You have to shoot left so that you're facing left. Otherwise, you're gonna die. Endy there, doing the Wily 1 zip. You actually have to wait there a little bit. Once you get on the beam, you have to wait just a tiny bit before turning left. If you don't, again, you will die. I'm not sure what the mechanics of that are. I'm sure there's some weird thing about like buried in the code that would explain that. Ooh, Endy is in trouble. Oh my goodness! All right, 1 HP in a dream. Let's go. Very tense. Shauing's gonna be setting up his own Wily 1 zip. Oh, he missed the beam. Okay, so he's gonna probably try again here. That should be fine. That's a little high. Alright. Endy dispatching Yellow Devil with no issue. Shauing is stuck here for a little while. He's also in a little bit of HP trouble. He does pick up some HP, so it should be okay. Alright, Endy. No Wily 2 skips. Very well. Having to use some extra beams. Okay, so Shauing is a little bit in trouble as far as magnet beam count goes. Hopefully it's not going to be the end of the world. Endy takes a hit from Alec. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Health is not usually an issue, but if weird things happen, then obviously it can become an issue. Oh. Little spooky there. Endy was trying to go for the bonus wrap at the end of Wily 2 there, and failed it, but was able to avoid falling through the spikes, so... Okay. Shauing is also into Wily 2. And he's not going to take beams. Yet, anyways. I wonder if I missed, like, a game over or something to reset ammo. Endy's through Wily 2. Gonna be heading into Wily 3 next. No, he's fine with the ammo he's got. Got a little bit of a hike to head down to the final section of the stage. Oh, falls down. Oh, no. You do respawn right here. Well, you don't? No way. That's such a rude checkpoint. I didn't even realize. I was so good. I was going to assume that you just like restart there. Jeez, this sucks. Endy is out of beams. You need at least one beam to make your life easier in Wily 4. So he runs out. He's just going to go with it. All right, so here we got the bubbles. We're going to be using the super arm and looking for duplicated blocks. By pressing B, the frame that the block goes off screen, or maybe the frame before it. I can't remember which. Anyways, it's a frame perfect trick. You can get an extra block. You got 2 out of the 3 that you need to have the fastest fight. Alright, Shauing's not gonna do the zip fall there at the end of Wily 2. He's just gonna take it nice and easy. Endy is in Wily 4 now. He's gonna pick up this ammo. Alright. I guess he's gonna go like, yeah, okay. He uses 2 beams here. And he's got 1 left. He's gonna try and use that to do the boss fight skips. Looks like it's good. So you just you jump up, you get high enough, take damage, mash start, and then if a bomb explodes, like while you're mashing start, then you get that behavior where you just get zipped up. Endy is about to fight the final boss here. Showing into Wily 3. He doesn't have any beams, so he's going to probably just be slumming it here. Endy is done. 2039 on the timer. 2041 on the race. GG to Endy. And Shauing not going to be too far behind here. I am wondering why he has beam out. Was he looking for ammo, maybe? From, like, a drop? Alright, so he's going to be fighting the bubbles. Let's see if he can get all the dupes. Oh! He's not even going to go for it. He's just going to... He's going to probably lead by killing 3 and then switch to guts to finish the fight. It's a little bit easier to deal with these while they're slow and you have the blocks to maneuver on. So, it's not a bad strat. Alright, just 1 stage left for Shauing. Let's check the lives. 2 lives? Okay. So you need to have life in stock and to do the to do the refight skip. Oh, this is an interesting like distance setup. I didn't even think about that. You did something similar for the first zip and fire, where you're going through the wall. Okay, what's he looking for here? I don't think he's there. Okay, he's gonna switch to bomb and try again. Oh, he's too far away. He doesn't trigger another bomb. Okay, this is difficult. You kind of want to be like a medium distance. Yeah, like that. I don't think this time. Okay, he's got one more try at this. Oh, he's gonna die. All right. I might just die and try again. Yeah. So he's got one more try at this. This spacing makes it kind of awkward too. I don't know what to do about this. He's not getting high enough, unfortunately, is the problem here. You can see that he's falling back down instead of getting zipped up. Okay, looks like he's just gonna do the refights. This is a nasty trick sometimes. Like if you don't get a nice setup from bomb, it can end up being a serious problem. He needs to get out of there. Oh, never mind. He can just prevent the fire from even coming out. I was just thinking, like, if the flame comes at him, he's gonna die. Now Guts is gonna be a problem potentially. Oh, just like that. Unfortunate. So he's gonna have to redo the whole thing. I wonder if he's going to try. No, obviously he can't. What was I thinking? So he's got to do the refights straight up here. Just looking for a good select setup. Looks like he's got it. Oh, okay. He's in time. Health is a major issue here. He's not going to get a refill before the final boss. He's only going to get ammo. So any health here that is lost is a problem. Okay. With only 4 missing, it should be okay. Just gonna have to be a little bit careful. Maybe use select uh, to stay out of danger. He's running low on health. He's gonna have to be careful here. All right, he got it. He got it. Finishing 2609 on stream, 2611 in race. All right, we're just getting the next race set up. Had this control panel in front of me the whole time, and I'm just like not even looking at it while I'm commentating the entire race. Like, oops. Just heads up, fellows. We're going to be going to a quick break between races. We've got one player needs about 5 minutes, so I'm gonna take a quick break too. See you guys soon. All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to me, I guess, as well. We had a quick break between games, and now we're about to get the next one started. So I guess the themes from the previous race were Endy obviously using the faster route and the faster strats. Still had some mistakes and fell behind a little bit based compared to like an ideal run. Shauing also like kind of slow and steady using some more I don't want to say beginner strats, but like some more like consistent strats for the most part. Some setups, some cool setups and stuff. And I forgot where I was going for this with this, but sorry, late in the game, ran into stuff like ammo issues, and then just that really rough Wily 4 boss skips segment that really put him even further behind. Hopefully, it's going to be a stronger showing from both of them in this next race. I think I just heard Endy get a 1-up. Getting 1-ups from enemies is a fairly rare thing in Mega Man 1. There's not a whole lot of them that you shoot. And the chance is like 1 in 128 or something like that. Oh, Endy getting the business from the Susies a little bit here. Oh, this is actually a major problem. All right. He's still within striking range here. If the big eye touches him, he will die. So I wouldn't be surprised if he starts looking for some health. I would be taking that health if I were Endy. He's gonna go for the football instead. All right, Shauing is out of one stage. And Endy is hot on his trail. Again, Guts is a shorter stage than Cut, so we do not actually know where these runners are with respect to each other. Endy gonna keep Cut under control. He has so much health now. That's what happens when you pick up the football for safety and then the big eye doesn't actually hit you. You got so much health. All right, no problem so far on this first climb of Cut for Shauing. All right, looks good. Endy starting the first climb of Olek. This is kind of less involved, just a lot of ladder climbing, but there is some cool stuff involved as well. Mostly thinking about the Yokus that you can take on either side, coming up right here. You also have to be like careful with the ladders, because there are those enemies. They come in sets of 3 from the top and bottom. You gotta kill at least 2 of them. You won't beat the second one, but you can beat the third one if you're quick about killing the first 2. All right, Shauing's gonna be plenty healthy for the boss fight as well. All right. Oh no, Endy! Not again! Endy is infamous for having in a very important Mega Man 1 race ended up stuck in there. That's something that can happen when you're when you're going for early magnet, is that you can just get stuck in there. We call it magnet jail, or sometimes Endy jail, in reference to Endy's unfortunate the prison stay back in the day. Basically, like, the mechanics of what happened were you have to zip in a little bit to actually pick up the magnet, but you can't go all the way in because there's no way out. Endy didn't have any weapon to, like, get himself out of that situation. So now we're going to consider Endy definitively behind Shauing here, and it's going to be an uphill climb for the rest of the race. AGDQ 2017, that's the one. I was trying to remember, like, when that race was, and it's apparently been a long time since, which is why it was difficult to remember. Anyway, Shauing's got weapons, so, like, even if he were to try the zip, which he most likely won't, because this is the whole point here, he would have a safety option. Like, he would be able to just get himself out. But now it looks like he's just gonna have Magnet Beam. Now you start using it to help climb here. Magnet Beam, kind of like the Super Arrow in the later game, the Mega Man 5. It's a vastly useful, like, utility weapon because it can help you move both up and, like, vertically and horizontally. By powering zips or by just using it as a platform to get up. All right, unfazed. Endy's back in back in Elec. Shauing's just gonna wait on the beams this time. I wonder if he'll try it again in this screen? Yeah, it looks like it. Oh. Okay, he was able to skip one. That's good. Ooh, doing the fancy Elec fight for the higher orb. That's pretty nice. It's a very eclectic mishmash of strats from Shauing here. I appreciate that. Like, there's some hyper advanced stuff like that jump up to the high orb, but then there's also, like, super safe stuff, and some, like, distance setups for beams that you would normally just kind of go for. Ooh, okay, that was a little close too. He's gonna take a bottom exit, losing a couple seconds, but it's not worth. Like, I suspect what happened the first time was he was trying to set up a quick top exit, and just ended up inside instead, which is something that can happen if you're, like, too fast about that. So he's gonna take it nice and easy here. Shauing going to use the buffer method for the first ice wrap. And looks like he's in good shape here. Oh, what was that? Oh my goodness. Okay, so anytime you're on a footholder, I consider that to be the danger zone. So we'll see how this is going. So he's gonna try the See, the problem here is, again, he doesn't have enough ammo. He can't do the second half of that, which is what actually saves time. Alright, Endy gonna take it easy here. Still a couple stages behind. But with some time still to gain, I'm sure. Shauing is through 4. Endy is entering his 3rd. Reminder for anybody who just showed up, Endy took about a 4.25 minute time loss by getting stuck in the magnet cubby, having to reset. And unfortunately, in this game, there are no passwords. There is no like quit to menu or anything like that. So you are just restarting if that happens. Endy talking in the chat, showing some belief in himself, and I'll believe that too. Oh, Shauing again, a very interesting approach to the little zip you can do down through the into the checkpoint. Okay. Another thing I find interesting is like how short his approach to the final fire zip is. Normally, like a lot of players will make that beam much longer and then use it to zip a little bit further forward. But Shauing is mostly just interested in skipping the platforming and and just places like the minimum length beam possible. Turns around to stop the zip and jumps back in. Okay, Endy taking like 4 tries to get that first zip through the wall. They are on the same stage here, but remember that first off, Shauing is finishing this stage, and second off, it's his 5th stage and not his 4th. So Endy's still playing from a significant deficit here, and is going to have to do everything. He's going to have to whip out everything in the book to make it work. A little turnaround to get that guy. Those guys are nightmares. Ooh. Endy misses the last zip setup again without enough beams to try again. Okay, he's going to try for 1 corridor zip here. Looks like he gets it. Very nice. Shauing just cruising along in bomb here. Gonna take it easy, no zip into the checkpoint. Ladder setup for the checkpoint zip. Oh. He's having trouble getting the pixel. Yeah, there you go, there you go. Alright, nice. Gets it. Alright, gets the setup. Again, you have to shoot to the left there to make sure that you're facing left. If you're not facing left, you will die when you press select to trigger that zip. Okay, Endy showing us the ice strats here. Kind of the safer approach. Well, ideally you freeze that cannon and then it doesn't shoot you, but unfortunately that didn't work. But more importantly, it's for the Sniper Joe at the start of the next screen. Shauing is through robots and into Wily. Unfortunately, I would be switching to his audio, but I do not have that. So we might be able to get to his audio once Endy finishes, if Endy does pull through and win. So another reminder, Endy would normally be favored in this race, but took a 4-minute loss in Olek by getting stuck in the magnet cubby. No Wily 1 zip for Shauing. I didn't see whether he tried it or not. I guess we'll find out on his next weapon switch. Looks like he did try it and failed. So he's down some beams as well. He's using a lot of beams here too. Like, ammo management is such a problem, especially for Magnet, and especially considering, like, there's not a whole lot of places to refill. Or reliably refill anyways. Alright, Endy's on his last stage in robots. So still looking like a 1.5 stage deficit here. He's gonna have to play his heart out to keep up. Or catch back up. Endy kind of getting the business from Guts there. Okay. Shauing heading through Wily 2. Doesn't take ammo. Alright. I guess we'll see if he goes for some ammo before Olek. Again, like, magnets are a serious consideration. You need to have a lot of them if you want to do everything that you can in the game. Looks like he's content with the ammo he has. Alright, Endy gonna try Wily 1 zip now. Looks good. Again, you have to wait a little bit there. If you try to trigger too early, you will die. It's funny how many weird things like that exist in Mega Man 1, where, like, just, like, take this very small interaction and you do it just the wrong way, and you're just dead. And very confused about what happened. Alright. Endy with 3 times as much health coming through here as he was last time. This is actually nice, because, like, you can't take a hit from the blocks that make up the Yellow Devil, but I believe that 3 is enough to take a hit from the eyeball cannon. Alright, Shauing is through Wily 2. Endy is through Wily 1. So it's like a 2.5 minute difference between them. I think it's going to take a disaster from Shauing to put Endy back in the lead, unfortunately. Or fortunately, if you're a fan of content, because it looks like we might get our game 3. Alright, Shauing going for the buffer strat here. Basically, like, you do a full jump off of the previous screen, and then as you drop through and hold B through the screen transition, your beam is always the correct place. Alright. Shauing is through Wily 3. Wily 3, a very quick stage, but just over a minute. It's just one last stage for Shauing, and he's gonna potentially bring it back to 1-1. Get the rubber match. Before we saw him use like a distance setup to get the zip, so I wonder if he's going to do the same thing here. Yeah, looks like it. All right. So basically, that's just working on a similar principle to the buffers. He uses up his spare beam. He's going to have to be a little bit careful here. Okay, okay. He's waiting. All right, he gets it. I think that was probably the last major obstacle here. Endy is through Wily 2. Shauing is just going to be fighting the final boss here. Looks like he's in pretty good shape. Shauing is done. 21:45. $21.47 in the race time. Endy just zipping through the last corridor of Wily 3. Let's see how dupes go. One. Just one. So you have to kill 2 more bubbles with Buster. Kind of a pain. Enemies have iframes in this game, so you can't just like double mash and instantly delete those bubbles. You have to be more careful about your shot timing. Just one stage left for Endy. Hopefully we get a strong finish. Endy's trying the gamer strat here. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out. Gamers are fake. Nice placement there, though. Okay, looks like he's going to try the long zip here, too. Nice. Well done. Getting nice and high, using a 1 bomb, like the beam to get like a 1 bomb set up there. just the final boss to do here. Nice extended fire there. I guess something that I have gone 2 full races without talking about. 24-29 for Endy. Sorry, what was I talking about? The fire, the extended fire. The shield comes out. If you and then it expires, but sometimes it expires before the fireball does. If the fireball is still on screen and you press B again after the shield goes away, you can get the shield for like a full 4 seconds or something like that. It just doesn't know what to do. All right. It's just one more game to decide this this match. We get our race room up. Hang tight just a sec. We're gonna get this going as soon as possible. All right. And we're back again. Just one race left in this series. And so to remind you guys, the first race was basically the expected result. Endy having a bit of a rough race, but still pulling out a 20. And then Shauing getting a 26 with some really difficult sort of twists and turns in the in the Wily 4 boss skips. And then the second race, Endy ended up in the magnet cubby and couldn't get out and had to take a 4-minute reset. So ended up losing the race by almost 4 minutes. So hopefully we're going to see each of these players' best and a good race for this final outing. Alright, Endy gets the corner jump. Was struggling with that a little bit in the previous races. The real final bosses of Cut are these Susies, though. Alright, not getting the business from the Susies this time. Those guys can be just mean. This time looks like a pretty good Susie pattern for Endy, though. Alright, I haven't actually had the opportunity to see Shauing's Guts fight yet. Looks like a pretty standard... it's interesting to see him use this electric to get a few hits on the first jump. I think that's a cool idea. And 50k there. Again, reminder, you can get between 50 and 100k. Every extra k from 50 is 1 frame loss. Adds up to like a possible swing of up to 5 seconds across robots. Alright, again, Shauing looks like he is ahead, and may well be ahead, we don't know. But because Guts is a shorter stage than Cut, it's difficult to tell exactly who's in the lead right now. We won't really have a good idea of who's in front until Wily stages. Alright, looks like friendly Susies to start here for Shauing as well. Gonna wait on those ones. That's nice for, like, just keeping your health high. Oop, okay. Endy is past the corner jump in Alec as well. Again, if you fall down there, it's like almost 15 seconds of time lost. It's actually really bad. All right, Shauing gets a takes a hit from the big eye. It's good thing he had all that health. All right, moment of truth. Oh, he's crawling. He's crawling. There's no way it's happening this time. I appreciate that. Find a throw for content once, but there's definitely some value. There's definitely some value in just taking it easy. We are going to live here. All right, Endy heading up, gets the micro zip in the corridor again. Very nice. Oh, okay. All right, Endy's health is like a little bit dangerous. All right, we're fine. We're fine. It is spooky. Endy is out of Elec, so he's got 2 stages down. Shauing at the 2.5 stage mark here. Just heading up into this magnet climb. Ooh. Alright, Endy is taking a full lakeside vacation here, including scuba diving. Let's see. It's the walking ice pickle setup though. Very nice. Oh, showing a little bit of trouble here with his first beams. Alright. Endy getting the setup for the second wrap. Let's see. Looks good. It is possible to jump too early there. If you're not over land, then those sort of like ceiling wraps don't work. And you just get pushed back. So good on Endy for getting the full execution there. All right, just some corridor climb for Shauing here. Looks like he's through. He's gonna be fighting Elecman next. 3 stages done for Endy, and 3 stages done now for Shauing as well. Oop. Endy went back to ice there for a second. Thankfully caught himself. Alright, no mini zip for Endy, but he does get the important one. Doing the buffer into the checkpoint. Or I guess the checkpoint's down here. Oh! I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but like sometimes you can just not get the trigger for the second part of those wraps. No idea what the mechanics are there, but it's like so terrifying every time because you only got like 4 or 5 tries at it, and then you're screwed. You're just gonna fall down. Alright, Shauing's got the ammo this time. He's even got ammo for the corridor zips. Let's see. Oh. No. Too high and then too low. No luck. That's too bad. Good try. Endy taking out fire and is out of 4 stages. 2 to go. Alright, one of these fleas following. Yeah, you gotta turn around. Like, if that guy catches up, it can become a major problem. Alright. Successfully freezing the first cannon here. Freezing the Joe to get under it. And now going to be switching to beam. You can do a little zip into the transition to the checkpoint room here. Looks like a good position. Awesome. And getting the quick setup. Oh no, that's not the zip pixel. He was 1 low. If he jumped there, he would have like done a screen wrap down. It would have sucked. Gets the second try though, and he is through to Bomb Man. All right, nicely done on the boss. Oh, Shawing's gonna try corridor zips in fire as well. Let's go. Corridor zips in fire are extremely difficult. Just because, like, there's so many enemies and they're on the ceiling, right? It's very difficult to get around that. It's one of the things I struggle with the most. Shawing's just gonna mash down fire, and not even bother selecting at all. Ah, Endy too high on the setup beam. All right, he's gonna try for another zip at the end here. All right, good enough. The last one not saving a whole lot of time, just a little side trip on the right-hand side. All right, perfect corridor zips there. So this is Endy's 6th Robot Master. He's going to be going into Wily stages soon, showing about halfway through his final stage. Again, taking it easy, no zip into that checkpoint. One of the things that, like, I didn't talk about in that checkpoint zip is if you don't hold up fast enough to actually perform that zip, you will over zip and die. So you don't want that to happen. All right, let's see Wily 1 zip from Endy. So the idea is you just get these beams high enough. First this one, then this one. All right. Do an A plus B at the right time. I'm looking at the left edge of the screen and the platform. There's like an edge of a platform that you can use. And then press A and B and hold them. And the beam will be in the correct height because of magic. Oh, okay, all right. Has to use a third beam, but should be okay because he took extra ammo for, I guess, safety reasons. Wily 1 boss for Endy, showing about half a stage behind him. Let's see this Wily 1 zip. He's using an extra beam to do it. Oh, it's too low, it's too low. He did not get the buffer trigger. All right, Endy is out of stage 1. Oh no! I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me. I wonder if Shauing's like too high there. I don't want to micro like yeah, I don't want to like microanalyze his approach to this zip, but it does seem like he's going too high on the screen, and maybe not using the correct setup either. Sorry, like the correct A plus B timing. All right. Nevertheless, Shauing just approaching the end of the stage here. Endy about halfway through Wily 2. Ooh, Shauing almost ran out of beams there. I don't even know what you would do in that situation. I guess you would have to, like, enter and exit the ladder screen over and over again to pick up those ammos. That would have really sucked if he didn't have enough there. All right, selecting down the Yellow Devil here. Very well done. Unfortunate about that blow up. It could have been much tighter, but looks like Endy's going to have about a full stage lead here. All right, Endy is looking really good for ammo. Fire ammo, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It just impacts whether you take an ammo at the very end of the game or not. Otherwise, looking pretty good here. Just a couple short stages left for him. Okay, Shauing's gonna take advantage of this big jug drop and get some magnet ammo. Endy taking it super safe here. Gonna do the late variant of the setup there to use only one beam. All right. One dupe. Two dupe. Two is all we get. All right. Just one stage left for Endy in this rubber match here. One stage away from clinching the win. Oh, doing the gamer setup again. Let's go. He started walking. Okay. Let's go. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, just short. All right. So now this becomes a nightmare. He's going to switch to bomb here. The idea with bomb is, like, bomb persists for a long time and lets you press start for longer. But it doesn't let you get up high on the screen like Magnet does, so. Alright, Endy just going into his final boss fight. Shauing, by the way, did get through Wily 2, and now he's going to be doing the same setup for the Wily 3 zip. Oh. I can't see because of his input display, but I think he might have not done a full jump into that screen, and he got the wrong pixel, maybe. GG to Endy, finishes with a 1952. Looks like 1950. Okay, he finished in race time first. The 1951 race time. All right. And again, Shauing not looking for dupes. He's just going to bust her down the first 3 here and then switch to guts. He does have to be careful about health here. It is uncommon. This is my fault again. I'm so sorry. And the... Oh no, the rocks are gone still. I didn't even know that. All right, so he's gonna have to do 6, or hope for some dupes. Oh, all right. Well, thankfully they're pretty slow to start and not too hard to get around. So. Gonna. Oh. Okay. Okay, so Shauing needs to be careful here. He does not have a spare life. He can either take a game over at the very start of Wily 4, or he can do the refights normally. But he cannot do the refight skip without taking a death. Okay, looks like he's just going to go for it. If he does the refight skip, he will game over. Oh, having some trouble getting the zip set up. I wonder if he's just gonna go. Yeah, he's just going. This is a piece of the game that I haven't seen in a while. He's waiting on the platform. He had to wait a while there. But once he does that, he can just set a beam here, and it'll be fun. Oh, I didn't even think about the possibility of, like, riding the platform, getting that one up, and doing it that way. I guess that would be a possibility as well. But trying to get back up from the one up there sucks. So I could understand why you wouldn't want to do it. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same thing as Endy is here. Like, this is not a lot of health for Shauing. And again, there is no refill. There's only ammo, no health. So so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see some pause strats. Yeah, look at that. Showing some boldness on the second phase of the fight. But nonetheless, finishing 24:43 on the timer. 24:45 in race time. I'm going to see if either of these fine fellows wants to talk.
Toodaloo.
Hello. GG's.
Oh, thank you.
It was well, it was certainly not a boring match.
That got more exciting than I had expected. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So I had a rough week, so I haven't been playing anything. A pretty rough weekend. I had some friends over and got pretty late last night, and
Oh.
it's a bad day today. But no excuses on that part because I started the stream like an hour ago and did some practice, and everything felt really good. So I was like, okay, this was not nervous either, and
Mm-hmm.
but then race things happen in all three of the races. I would say. I mean, and then obviously the end of jail. I mean, that's
Yeah. I was wondering about that. So obviously it's been a long time since the fateful moment on the GDQ stage, but like, is that something that's constantly like at the back of your mind, like in races, like there is the
it really
chance.
is. It really isn't.
Okay,
I mean, well, now I guess it was now after the second game, but I mean, it generally doesn't happen. I mean, it's
yeah.
I mean, it's so annoying, and but it is kind of hard mentally though, because when you get it like once in a situation, you start to second guess what you're doing.
Yeah. I
And the
definitely.
problem is, it's kind of the same thing when if you're trying to go for if you're racing and you're trying to go for like a backup strat or a safe strat that you're not used to. I mean, and that and for me that usually ends up in failure. So I don't want to switch around my stuff too much. But like the tip tap, I haven't done the tip tap in forever. So I was scared I was gonna mess it up. But I felt like I couldn't. I had to do the safe approach, but I felt it could have ended in failure. So that was in my head, but it will be gone for the next race, so I'm not worried about it.
All right, awesome. Let's see what else. Interesting moments.
Yeah, it was pretty rough overall. Fire zip was rough.
Oh yeah, fire zip. You got the business from that. Was it every single time?
No, I got through the third race was actually fairly okay. I mean overall, but for me personally, but yeah, the first two ones I had to go the route of shame around, and I mean, the second time I got the setup correctly, but I don't know, I just tilted somehow. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those race things. I mean, even though it's not, no high stakes. I mean, it's not like a super high profile like in that situation, but it's still always different to do a race than to do as a regular attempt or practice for whatever reason. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but it is what it is, and I'm happy I made it through for the final game, and GG's to Shauing, of course. I mean, he did what he could, and his second race was pretty good, I think. So
yeah.
So I'm happy about that, but it was a little more exciting than I would have hoped for. So, but it's fine.
Well, GG's. Shauing. First of all, how do I say your name? Do I say Shauing or do I say Shauing?
It's any way you like. It's like Wayne's World with an emphasis on the A.
Oh, okay. Oh, like so, Shauing. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I was interested in a lot of the alternative strats that you were using, like this is stuff that you wouldn't necessarily see in in like a tournament race or whatever. I'm mostly thinking about like you have all of these A+B distance setups for zips that for like ceiling zips, and I was very interested to see those because I haven't really looked at any of that before. So yeah, I was pretty impressed to see stuff like that, just to make some of those things like the first fire zip, or the first zip in Wily 4 more consistent. So yeah, that was cool. Do you have like a specific approach that you take in races that differs from your RTA, or would you just do that in attempts as well?
Mostly, the only thing I was avoiding was the corner jumps because I have a hard time with them in races. But other than that, I think I go for everything that I do on my speedrun attempts on all stages because I'm not very good at doing the early magnet beam. I'm very slow on trying to get the one frame trick to enter and then get the magnet beam and get out. It's much faster for me just to do what is the zipless or glitchless run with starting with guts first, but then start doing zips from Iceman onwards.
Yeah, that does make sense. It is difficult to keep track of players being in different stages at all times, but it was a fun challenge. So thanks for showing us that alternative as well. Yeah, Wily 2, I want to say. It's a weird. I feel like there was. I can't remember. Was it the first race? You had some weird problems in Wily 2. Like falling down.
Oh yeah. I remember now. Yeah. It was after defeating Elecman. I jumped too early on the.
Oh yeah, and then you just fell down. That sucks.
And yeah, I fell down.
You go all the way
there.
back. You go all the way back to the start of the stage. That's just rude. This is
the checkpoint is after that screen, not before.
Yeah. And then I'm also thinking about the first race, that adventure you had with Bomb Man.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I struggled a lot on that. I had practiced that at my distance before. Maybe I was way too close, but I think I heard the commentary later that I was getting too close. So with that in mind, I just said, okay, I'm just gonna wait for Bomberman to go again to the right side and do the skip from there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult, and also not to give unsolicited advice during a race interview, but also if you can use the when you're using the magnet beam version of the setup, if you can get on the beam, jump up into the bomb, and then start your start presses from there, you're gonna have a much easier time because you can get it within one bomb instead of two, and it becomes kind of easier that way.
All right.
There's also one good thing that I want to add, that you can actually, instead of just mashing start, you can actually take the hit. I mean, from the magnet beam, when you take the hit on the bomb, if you press select, you would actually you just press select once, like a regular, knockback. Then the game will actually it will pause. So you have time if you want to switch grip for faster mashing or something, then you can just let it be paused, and then you can just get in position and start mashing start, and they will unpause automatically, and you will. I mean, because the most common way that you fail the magnet beam zip that happened for me in the last race is that you kind of have a little intermission before you start mashing start. So you kind of fall down just a little bit, and that little bit is enough to not make it work. So I mean that's the way I used to do it in races back in the day. I haven't really thought about it now, but you kind of just alternate, select and start in the beginning to have a slight pause before you start. So that's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, that's some pretty good advices. I appreciate the both advices. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. All right. Unfortunately, showing this is gonna be the end of the tournament for you. We do not have a bottom bracket, unfortunately. So thank you for playing. Endy, you will move on to face the winner of KLM and Krebelstar. That's going to be a very interesting match. I'm excited to see that because they're very well matched, very close on the leaderboard. So yeah, very interested in that. I don't know, any final words?
I'm just gonna say GG's to Endy. Sorry about the Endy jail, and I think I got commenters curse on Wily Tree there.
Oh, yes. as we know, whether or not it happened like a minute and a half before I said anything, like commentator's curse does not obey causality. It can go back in time and cause the cause the issue. So I'm very sorry for that. It's 100% my fault.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. It was unexpected, but yeah.
Yeah. I want to thank. I want to give a special thanks to you for commentating, taking your time to commentate today, especially when I messed up the time submission early on, so we had to reschedule. So sorry about that. But thank you to Shauing for the match, and it will be exciting for the next match, and hopefully we'll be better prepared by then. So
Yeah,
Awesome.
thank you, Eddie, for the race. It was really fun. So really appreciate this opportunity.
racing is always fun.
Mm-hmm.
Have a great night, you guys.
All right. Thanks,
too.
everybody. That's going to be it for us. Take it easy.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.